What up, Skate? Welcome to Bar Vibes with Bryson Forth, giving out raw reactions and interacting with the masses. No subject is safe. You'll hear the people and the noises, but that's the point. Because without the people, what is the point? Embrace some vibrations. First and foremost, it's totally off topic of what I normally talk about, but this fucking weather is weird. Every day I wake up, I'm like, I'm not sure what to wear. You guys, if you know me, you see me in my Ushankas, you see me with hats on, this and that. But then I wake up like on a random day, and it's like, oh yeah, it'll be 60 outside. This is bullshit. And also, I can't wait for the time change so that we don't have to worry about this whole daylight savings time thing. But Mother Nature is she just doesn't give a shit. Yeah, we'll give you 50, and then we'll also give you 30 with rain. Make up your mind. I'm not even gonna go there. But anywho, Super Wild Card Weekend in the books, and every single game had something very interesting about it, whether it was a blowout or whether it wasn't. But each game had something that made you go, damn, that was a very, I'm not even going to say good, that was an interesting game. So, we start with the Niners and the Seahawks. Brock Purdy, who knew? Actually, you know what's up? I'm going to say that I did know, because I was saying it when Jimmy G got hurt, that they didn't need him to be spectacular. They just needed him to go in there, manage the game, which he's done a tremendous job at. He's actually excelled at doing that. He's not only managing the game, but they're doing things that they weren't doing with Jimmy G. They're letting him throw the ball downfield. And if you were watching the game, the Seahawks, they fought in the first half. They were up 17-16, if I'm not mistaken. Them two touchdowns, they were up 14-13, and it exchanged field goals. And it looked like a game. And then coaching comes in the hand, and then also Geno Smith looking like the Geno Smith that we kind of know from the past 9 or 10 years. And he just wasn't taking advantage of the opportunities that the defense were giving them, even against a really good Niners team. But the Niners came out at halftime and just put it on them. Chris McCaffrey is the greatest overall rounded back in the NFL, and that's you can't make a question for that. He just is. The Niners, it's like I said, it's coaching. It's allowing the quarterback to not have any pressure, because you know that you got this weapon, Debo, you got this weapon, Kittle, you got this weapon. Your offensive line is pretty stout, and as long as you don't make mistakes, you can get it done. Niners Seahawks, that was just what it was. So kudos to the Niners for winning that game. Jags Chargers. Wow. If there was any game where you say the Chargers are going to charger, this is the game. The Chargers chargered. They did. They absolutely did. All right, listen. The Chargers wear light blue. Baby blue is what they call it, I believe. And yellow. The Jaguars, they were wearing their white jerseys. And for some reason, Trevor Lawrence was like, oh, no, that's my team, babe. 4 fucking times. 4. He threw the first one, and he threw the first pick, and I was like, okay. On the first play, by the way, I was like, all right, he got that out of his system. It's okay. Young guy, first playoff game, it's whatever. They go and score, the Chargers do. All right, cool. Then he throws the second one, and I'm like, okay, listen, jitters, I get it. Again, young guy, playoff game. He's got the team on his back right now. The whole city's I can do that. My mom and my family lives there. Okay, cool. Chargers get the ball back again. Score. He throws a third one to the same guy. Now I'm worried. I'm like, yeah, Trevor Lawrence might have bet on this game. He's literally giving the ball back to the other team. Cool. 3, whatever. They go. They get a touchdown before the half. All right. Momentum still in the Chargers' favor. Throws another fucking pick. 4 interceptions. Chargers go. It's 30-14. I'm like, there's no possible way. They could have cruising USA. If you know, you know. They could have cruised. They could have put it on 55, took the foot off the pedal, and just kept it moving, run the ball. Nope. The Chargers began a charger. This is a terrible knock on Justin Herbert's legacy. And also the coaching for the Chargers. I saw that they used the OC and their quarterback coach for a scapegoat. Didn't fire their head coach who makes the decisions in this game. It had nothing to do with play calling. At the end, you make the decisions as the head coach, and you bungled it. I'll give the Jaguars so much credit for not feeling like they were out of this. They knew, hey, just keep it rolling. Even when our quarterback is giving the ball away, which he, fixed in the second half, we got this. This just didn't help the whole allure that they have with Justin Herbert. Oh, he's got a rocket arm. Can he win some games, though? How about that? The wildest stat is that Trevor Lawrence, since high school, college, NFL, the man has never lost on a Saturday. Never lost on a Saturday in his entire life playing football as a starting quarterback. It's a weird stat. Stats are weird. The Chargers this away, and I don't know what you do moving forward. Like, what is your identity? Yeah, you got all this talent. What are you going to do with it? Got to figure that out. Shout out to the Jags getting that dub. My stepdad and my mom out of control. This man was putting hats on dogs. I don't know. Whatever. Shout out to the Jags. Bills Dolphins. This was a lot more competitive than anybody could have thought, especially with Skylar Thompson, at the helm for the Dolphins. The Dolphins started off strong just like they do, but again, this is a game that shows you that turnovers can literally be the thing that dictates an entire game. Josh Allen just throwing picks, the fumble. Oh my goodness! You couldn't see it coming. Just costly turnovers where they could have put their fucking feet on the Dolphins' throats, and they kept them in the game. The fact that it ended 34-31 is just weird to me, but I watched the game and I was like, yup, that's why you're losing. Yup, that's why. Oh, wait, no, here come the Dolphins. Oh, here come the Dolphins. Okay, Bills, this is why you are squandering this fucking game. The defense for the Dolphins was 100% keeping them, but then on the flip side, because the Bills had such a big lead, their defense kept them in the game. The referees in this game were fucking terrible. I saw at least 3 delay of games. Then they had the one play where they gave them the first down, and then they were like, oh, wait, no, let's measure that. It was too close to just be like, yeah, he got it. They got to do something about this. The Bills, which is weird, scraped by in this, and even Josh Allen said it himself. The defense saved us because we were giving this game away. Bills still in the playoffs. Good for them. The Dolphins, kudos to them for losing their starting quarterback and still finding a way to be competitive in the playoffs. Good teams win, bad teams don't. Some teams are lucky and some teams aren't. It is what it is. Shout out to Bills for the dub. Giants, Vikings. God damn it, Kirk Cousins, you did it again. You did it again. You were, on paper, the better team. The man went 31-39. That's efficient. Did he win the game? No. He did not. He did not win that game. And then on the flip side, you look at the Vikings defense and you go, you do know that Daniel Jones is pretty good at running the football. The man was like, first read, second read, nope, I'm out. First read, second read, nope, I'm out. First read, nope, I'm out. I don't believe they called more than 3 design runs for him. But what I saw was him going, I'm out. And he had 78 yards rushing. You cannot have that happen, especially when you know you have a quarterback who folds like fucking origami when everything fucking matters. What up, booba? And there's no excuse, especially at the end of the game when they give you 2 or 3 chances to just go downfield and get a game-winning score. And everybody's going to talk about it, and I'm going to talk about it. All right, so you don't even have to be a mathematician to understand this. 4th and 8, 4 meaning last down, 8 meaning you need 8 yards. You don't throw the ball more than 8 yards on your last opportunity to win a game. You throw it 3 yards. What is that going to do for you? It would be even better if Kirk Cousins was like, yeah, I didn't remember that it was 4th down. But no, you knew it was 4th down, and you threw it 3 yards for the season on the line. And I know I'm talking about the Vikings a lot because the Giants did do well. Daniel Jones had a really good game. But this was about them just not being able to handle the pressure. I mean, I heard that the Vikings, since the last time they were in the Super Bowl, they've been in the playoffs 25 years and have nothing to show for it. That is alarming. I mean, they have no choice but to move forward with Kirk Cousins. I don't know what it is for their defense, but that wasn't good. Giants, they showed up. They ran the football. Daniel Jones put the team on his back, made the Giants think twice about not re-signing him and let you know that right now. So kudos to the Giants winning that game. I almost threw up just saying that. Bengals, Ravens. The Bengals got bailed out, and if you watch the game, you honestly understand what I'm saying, because the Bengals started off strong, and Joe Burrow making plays, long drives, but then on the other side, Ravens did what the Ravens do. They hold the ball, they convert short first or third downs, and they don't let your best player, which would be their quarterback, Joe Burrow, have the ball and beat them. Huntley, the Ravens quarterback, did his best to hold on to the ball and make sure that the defense had an opportunity to seal away any opportunity for the Bengals to get it. 17-17, and I don't know what the fuck their fucking coach was thinking, because J.K. Dobbins was running his ass off. And you don't give your running back at least one opportunity to run the ball. And no, we're going to have our backup quarterback try to dive from the 2 to get a touchdown to go ahead, and then obviously they're going to poke the ball out. It was weird how it just literally landed in Hubbard's lap. Like, it poked over, and he was like, oh, shit, it's me? Oh, that's me? The man runs for 98 yards. Again, I heard a weird stat. It was said that he's the first player to ever run for a longer touchdown than his number. So he's 94, but he ran it 98 yards, which is a record for a postseason. Longest return in postseason history ever. And it's just, the Bengals, they have like bunny rabbit ears and feet and fucking horseshoes and Lucky Charms. They just find ways to win games in the weirdest ways when they're just being terrible. They weren't playing a great game. They were in the game, but the Ravens should have won this. And I agree with what everyone's thinking and what J.K. Dobbins said. If Lamar had played, they would have won that game. I don't give a fuck what you say. There were many plays where it would have been like Lamar run for 5 yards for a first down and just keep the chains moving. But listen, Bengals won the game, and that's all that really matters. And at the end of the day, I mean, a win is a win. So, yeah, as fate will have it, Cowboys, Bucks. Yes, I could go on and on about a plethora of things about this game. I don't think this is Tom Brady's last game, but god damn if it is, he's going down bad. The Cowboys absolutely dismantled them. And my heart, give me a moment, hurt to say that, but they did. And that's just me being a person who watches football, a football guy. The guy who watches football, they got handled. I'm watching it touchdown after touchdown. I'm like, are you guys, the Bucks, are you guys going to do anything about this? But the Bucks are who they were the entire year. Terrible offense. They average 18 points a game. That seems very significant to the fact that you're not winning games. If they weren't in a shitty ass division, they wouldn't even be in that position. And then their defense. I saw Dalton Schultz, the tight end for the Cowboys. He was in the end zone just butt ass naked by himself the entire game. The first one, he just I was like, where are the corners? And then the one TD to CeeDee Lamb, I saw 3 DBs from the Bucks just huddled together, and CeeDee Lamb's like, yeah, I'm over here chilling. What's up? Throw me the ball. I will not take anything away from Dak. Probably the best game he's ever played for throwing touchdowns. Ran in for 1 score. Made great decisions. But that's very easy when you don't have any pressure on you. If this is Tom Brady's last game, this is going to be bad. I see him playing another year. At least 1 or 2 in a different location. No, I feel like he knows that the building blocks for the Bucks are not there, and he just can't. I don't think he wants to do that again. They put all the chips in. They won their Super Bowl. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, his first loss to the Cowboys in his career. He had never lost to the Patriots. He had never lost to the Cowboys. And here we are. My biggest takeaway from this is the fucking announcers. And this is the thing that makes me think that sometimes they might be recording the game maybe 10 seconds or 4 or 5 seconds ahead. They put that graphic up about Tom Brady never throwing a red zone interception, and the man threw one 2 plays later. Wow. Yeah, how do you do that? But to the Cowboys, they won. Yeah, I got it. I don't know how Brett Maher has a job. I mean, I do, because they have no choice. That man is far right, far left. Oh, let me make you one better. Let me hit the upright. Listen, if they were playing against a better team, they lost that game, and that man would have been fucking crucified. So he's lucky that the Cowboys decided to show up. It's the definition of the yips. Anywho, we got the divisional round set. Go Birds! And the Giants, round 3, fight! I don't want to hear this. I fucking hate this narrative about how, like, oh yeah, you can't beat it. It's hard to beat a team 3 times. If you go back and look at the stats, it's 20-14 when teams play each other 3 times. So I'm mathing it up. That means that they've won more than they've lost. Again, people have been coming up to me like, oh man, are you worried? And I'm like, this is how worried I am. Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm not taking anything away from how the Giants may have a little bit of momentum after being the underdog and beating the Vikings, which is, I mean, good teams beat them, but I am not concerned. I believe that Jalen Hurts is healthy enough. If the Eagles are sound on knowing that Daniel Jones can run the football, I don't think they have any trouble getting this done. I mean, they did it before. Yeah, I understand. They did have the game at the end of the season where they played their backups and it was a close game. I get it. I don't think that anybody showed their hand in that game, and that's what makes me feel like this is going to be a totally different game on both sides. I mean, the Giants may play it well. It could be a blowout. We don't know, but run it back for a third time. Jags Chiefs on a Saturday. Remember what I said. Trevor Lawrence, in his life, in the 23 years of this man's life, has played on Saturdays and has never lost. I'm just saying, I know he's playing the Chiefs. That's Patty M's. I get it. He's a crazy to say, but he is a Hall of Famer already. But hey, crazier shit has happened. It is in Kansas City, so that's different because you're gonna get up for a home game when you're the Jags, especially when you weren't even supposed to be there. They start off like 2-6 or some shit like that, 3-7, and they got to play a juggernaut in the Chiefs. That whole rust versus rest thing, that's stupid. If you know how to play football, you know how to play football. And I'm not saying that the Chiefs are going to be rusty, but I'm just saying, man's never lost on a Saturday. It's true. The game I think most people are looking forward to, Bengals-Bills. This is what they were looking for before the Damar Hamlin injury. And I think this comes down to who makes the least mistakes. The Bengals can start off creaky, and then the Bills sometimes just make some costly mistakes. So it's which quarterback is going to be like, hey, let me make sure I take care of the football. Hey, let me make sure I take care, of the reads. Let me trust, the play calling, because I know Josh Allen's going to throw it downfield, and I know that Joe Burrow is not scared to throw it downfield. So really, which defense is going to show up? Cowboys, Niners. It's a road game for Dallas. They just won their first road game in 30 years. Think about that. And if you don't think that the Niners have a better front four on defense to pressure Dak, you're dumb and you don't watch football. It's going to be a totally different game. It's clear that if you just put a little bit of pressure on him, he can really fuck up. That was his first game in 7 straight that he didn't throw a pick because he got to sit back there in his rocking chair and do whatever the fuck he wanted. And the Niners realized that. And then on the flip side, Dallas knows you put some pressure on Brock Purdy like they did in the first quarter and a half in the last game. He can make some fucking mistakes too, or just give you the ball back. So that's going to be crazy. I don't remember last time we played on a Saturday, but I like the Saturday games, and I like the Sunday games. And it's the divisional round is probably the best of the playoffs besides the Super Bowl, obviously. It sucks that football's almost over, but hey, it is what it is. We got to enjoy these days while we can. Big ups to the first state. Stay focused and be great. Take a sip. Much love from the kid. Enjoy your day. Enjoy life. It's getting down to the wire. If your team is not in the playoffs, I don't want to hear your bullshit. Newbie! BWBIV.com. I'll talk to y'all.